Hello, everybody. Tanner Milne here. I was planning to wait at least 4 weeks to launch or release my nighttime routine, but I got so many requests from from last week's morning routine that I felt like, okay, rather than just keep piecemealing sending the nighttime routine, because several have been excited about the idea of a morning routine or kind of just iterating, refining their current morning routine. So here's my nighttime routine, and similar to what I said last week regarding morning routine, this isn't about what the routine is. It's that there is a routine and there is a habit and there is a some form of like personal ritual that allows you to one shut down and two kind of prep for the next day, winning the next day. So here we go. 11 steps. In fact, I'm going to drag this over here. 11 steps. I've got a link to a blog post that has a little more detail, and in that post there's links to more information because I've given more depth over the years in some blog posts, and I know I've done some videos on this stuff. So one, I start my routine at least 60 minutes before I go to bed. Just keep in mind, those of you that don't know me really, really well, I've got 5 kids, and bedtime is not always easy, and sometimes it's still a war. So start early to prep for the next day. So lay out your clothes. I've done this for almost 20 years. So if you're a gym goer, set aside all your stuff, your bag. If you have a specific, breakfast just get prep for the next day. And that might take time laying out clothes. If you run or work out, set all those things to make all of that initiation in the morning easier. So I don't even think I put that in my morning routine because it's part of my nighttime routine is prep for the next day, get everything laid out. 3, do some form of shutdown ritual. I think over about a year ago in September of last year, I talked about Cal Newport's shutdown ritual, and it's some form of, for me, I kind of call this charting, where I go, anything unresponded to, whether it's looking at my call log, my voicemails, my emails, my texts, just to so I'm not laying in bed like, oh, I didn't do this or that. So just some form of pushing things to the next day and making sure, okay, I'm aware of all this stuff, getting things out of my head. Nighttime journal. Last week I had a link because there's in that one pager, there's a morning journal and a nighttime journal. If you didn't see it, I'll link again here. And frankly, that just so you know, I don't think I talked about this last week, but I used the Remarkable tablet. And so I just drag that PDF into my Remarkable. So if you don't have something, don't feel like you need to use my, template or anything. Start somewhere, but you can at least see from my nighttime piece some of the things that I'm thinking about in terms of ending the day. Next, prayer. Whatever way you do that, whatever your beliefs are, some form of prayer, meditation. I've talked a lot about meditation. I've written about meditation. I think I've done at least one video about meditation. There's more information if you want to kind of dig into that. Affirmations. I say so. The next one, share love. For me, I'm a physical touch person. You may not know this about me because in the professional setting, I'm not a hugger. I don't know if that's always appropriate, but I make sure and hug each one of my kids every night. And if you live alone and you're like, okay, cool, I live by myself. What I would do, as I thought about this, what I would do is I would share love with someone. I would maybe send a text, whether it's to a friend, a significant other, a sibling, family member, to just, hey, I love you. I just feel like there's some real energy there. Kind of to close up here, I'm running long. I always charge my phone and my watch in a separate bathroom, far away from my bedroom. So that's not over the years, I used to have it on my, I would check, and you might get the crazy client or friend that sends a midnight text and feel obligated to respond. Always fill my cup of water. I talked about morning routine, starting with a cup of water, but I fill it the night before. And I know I've read a lot of stuff about reading before you go to bed, that it may not be the best thing for your sleep. I read. So I at least 10 minutes every night, if not sometimes a lot more. I'm either reading on my Kindle or reading on a physical book. And so I end reading. So there you go. Have a great week. Put something into practice. Would love to hear about your success with nighttime routines and see how you're improving, progressing in your life. Take care.